Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle Spieler. I am a 30-year pro makeup artist and the creator of Mature Makeup Masterclass. You can always find my link to my masterclass in every description of every YouTube title. And I am going to be raising the price. I don't know the date yet, but I am raising it from $67 to $97. So get in ASAP, because once you're locked in at $67, you keep getting more content that I'll add to it and your price will never go up. You're in for life. You're a student for life. So get in now. I am raising it to $97, which is a deal. I'm going to be putting in a couple more videos. So it'll be 25 videos on mature technique. Every video is under 20 minutes. It's all broken into categories. 25 videos on mature technique, including skincare and skin prep, for $97. And you can break that into 4 payments, because I understand not everyone has $97 sitting around. Real quick, it's been a really rough couple days for me. I'm sure for you too, just watching what's going on in Eastern Tennessee, North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina, Florida. That Hurricane Helene did some damage, but it did unprecedented damage in the western mountains cities of North Carolina, because they have never seen flooding like that in 100 years. I'm not going to go into all the details. I do have family there. They're okay. They were really, really low on food and water for a couple days, but someone drove in from Charlotte, actually my sister-in-law's dad, and brought them food, and they're going to be okay. But Marshall was just completely underwater. Thank goodness they're higher elevation and their home is okay. They were out of food and water. It's going to be just a long, long time to clean up and rebuild, and we haven't even scratched the surface of how many missing persons there are. I just watched a story before I hit record, and I was just sobbing. I mean, Tate was nervous about me. I was sobbing because a mother was on her roof. The water rose too quickly. They have a single family home. She had to get on the roof with her elderly parents and her child, who was only 7 years old, and they all got washed away, all of them. And her parents are gone, and her 7-year-old didn't make it. I mean, I can't wrap my head around that. And she did make it. And they got separated. I mean, that's like whitewater rafting, whitewater torrent, it's crazy water. And you can rebuild a home, you can move to another part of the country, but nothing will bring back your child. And so it feels icky to me to talk about makeup this week or skincare or anything, but I mean, life has to go on, and I'm the sole breadwinner of my family, and I have to show and talk and educate. And so forgive me if it feels insensitive that I'm doing a video this week. It doesn't feel good to me either, but I have been promising my Seint audience a video of how to custom match when you don't feel like you quite have the right colors. We're going to use my friend Liz in a minute as an example. Before I get to that, I want to talk about the new Seint. Today's officially October 1st, but when you're watching this, it'll be October 2nd. We are an affiliate program. All teams are gone. And if you are my customer, you will always be my customer. If you notice when you shop, it'll say Michelle Spieler is your affiliate at the top of your shopping cart. If you are here and you were with another artist, if you can always transfer over to me. All you have to do is email ask@saintofficial.com. Ask them to close your account. You never even have to tell them why. They get tons of emails a day saying close my account. And once they confirm that your account is closed, you can open with any affiliate in the company, or you can simply just ask for our loyalty links. We all have a loyalty link. We no longer have party links. And if you use our loyalty link, even if you're tied to another artist, you should see the loyalty link name of the affiliate in your shopping cart. I invite you to test it out even. You don't even have to buy anything, but if you want to test my loyalty link and you're with another artist and you want to see if my name's in your cart, it's a good test. I tried it myself. So anyway, that's the new Seint going forward. What's really exciting is every customer at Seint gets a loyalty link, and you can hand your loyalty link out to up to 40 people a year. And if they buy, as a brand new Seint customer, if they buy Seint, you get 200 points. Every dollar you spend is a point. You get 200 points if you refer new people. And so you can really rack up the points, and what that results in is significant money off your next order, or even cool prizes, cool products that are available just to you to use with your points. I do want to show this real quick. This came yesterday, and there was no note in it, so I don't exactly know when we're launching this. My guess is holiday time. But this, I thought, oh, that's a beautiful pattern. I love that. But what was so cool is it's a double-decker palette. So you have, oops, I'm opening it backwards. You have the double-decker palette, but then look, you have a whole other level that can either travel with this palette, so you can make it a double-decker, or it can be single. And then also you've now got, you know, you can use your little mirror if you're traveling. You don't have this big heavy palette on the bottom because you have your mirror. So that's really cool that we now have even more customizable palettes. We've never done anything like that where it comes apart, but it's magnetic. And I say bravo to Kara for that. Then I knew this was a new brush when I saw it, because I was like, okay, that's our 3D brush, except it says pilot brush. So I start twisting it. What? Look at that. You have an eyeshadow blending brush. This can be for, you know, demi or concealer, or also eyeshadow, and it all snaps together. And I was like, that is brilliant, because it's great for travel. And you can even separate it and then travel even with a smaller bag. And then we have this big, beautiful bag that zips up. But when you're in a hotel room, or even if you're in your own bathroom, it's like this beautiful square tray to put your palettes, your brushes, your makeup. But then, like I said, it can also travel because it zips. And I think that's brilliant. So I'm really excited about that. You saw it here. So if you want to buy it at holiday time, of course, I always appreciate if you shop my new loyalty link. It would mean a lot to me. Also, I only help people with troubleshooting. And sometimes if you've had a color match and you need to get rematched in a year, I don't make you go through the whole color match form. I'm like, just send me an updated selfie. I can do it right now. And I try to make that person a priority. Just because of the loyalty. So, no, you don't. No, you don't. Tate was about to run off with my new brush. Okay, one more thing. We have this beautiful new shadow. The shade of the month is called Spell. It's very pretty. It's very, very pretty. It's this reddish brown, and I know what you're thinking. How is that different than Sedona or Cocoa or Philly or Holly or Pomegranate? I'm so glad you asked, because I have it right here. So I put Spell is a beautiful reddish brown, and I put Spell right here, and it's on my eyes. It's in my crease. I have a little chai under it. I tapped the center of my eyelid with a little hot chocolate. And then in the inner eye, I have a little bit of Sabrina. I also have, see that reddish brown diffused under the eye? That's also Spell. Little chai first, little Sabrina inner corner. And this is Cocoa, which I just kind of smoked as my liner, okay? Really, really pretty. Not Cocoa, that's Coal. Sorry, Coal. It's like a black brown. Okay, so this one right here is Cocoa. This one is Pomegranate, which I love, and now I'm seeing it on camera, and it's quite red, isn't it? And then this one down here is Philly, Holly. I don't know. It's got a little bit more. You're almost like, well, wait, how is that different? This one's a little bit lighter and redder, and this is a little deeper with a tiny bit more orange. So they are all different, but what I'm trying to say is if you have Sedona or Philly or pomegranate, or you know what I mean, if you have anything in this shade range, you probably don't need Spell, okay? If you need it, you need it, and I'll fully support you. But you probably don't need Spell unless you really want it. Now remember, I think, did we already do this? Eternal. This was a shade of the month also. I think we did that earlier in the year. Now how is that different? I'll put it up here. Okay, a little more reddish. So Spell is right here. It's a reddish brown. They all look pretty similar, but yeah, it's pretty. I mean, I love it. I'm not trying to talk you out of it. I just don't want you to feel like you have to have it. If you have Sedona or Philly or Eternal, it's very pretty. So anyway, I put it together in this great little 4-pack. You know, we're still selling these little quads. And so that's the new Spell. That's Chai, Sabrina, and then Cole. Very pretty. Okay, I just wanted to show you that real quick. Okay, so we talked about the new loyalty links. We talked about how you can earn money. It's like Ulta points, but even better in my opinion. You get your own loyalty link. You can always send that to family and friends. If you want someone to get a color match through me, but you want to use your loyalty link so you get the points, you can send them my color match link or send them to me and they can go through the color match link. I'll give them their personalized free color match, but then they would use your link to order so that you get the points and I get the commission, which is a win-win. Win-win. I don't need your points. You get all the points. You rack up all the points for all the discounts and fun prizes. I just want the commission because that's how I support my family. Okay, so let's get into, one more thing. So I got a huge influx of emails this week that our beloved magic color NR1 is forever gone. If you go on our site, I would say more than half of our demi colors have been edited down to just a small handful. I'm sure they went with the top selling ones. Some of them I don't agree with, but that's okay. Of course, we have 01, 03, 05, 07. Anything with the O, orange, peachy, that's great for color correcting. We still have R01 and we still have, we still have some important ones, but we got rid of R5, which is my favorite blush in the world. What am I going to do without my R5? And some of you love VR5. Gone. It's all gone. They gave us no heads up. They have been telling us since February that it's all limited edition. And then once, it said all sales final, meaning, they're not restocking those. But I thought that they would do a final call like, hey, last call for these demis, they're never coming back. I heard through the grapevine a couple of years ago that they were going to make some of the more popular ones into a larger size. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But what I have been doing is I have been playing around with some shades, and I'm trying to come up with my very own NR1. So I'm going to keep working on it, and then I'm going to do a private video just for my personal clients. And if you love the magic color NR1, because I think I pretty much got everyone excited about NR1, it's my favorite. I love it. And I know you do too, because so many people are spiraling right now that they can't get it. I think I came up with the closest thing, but I want to try it a few more times before I make a video and send it to my personal clients, okay? Okay, I want to talk to you about my friend Liz. My friend Liz has worn Seint for a very long time. She was on my team. She joined my team. She wanted to sell Seint because she loved it so much. And no, she's not on my team because we don't have teams anymore, but I still love Liz. And the beautiful thing is she lives right here in Nashville. Her daughter is getting married on October 10th. So last month she said, will you do my makeup? I don't know how I want to wear it for my daughter's wedding. I said, sure, come on over. We'll do your look, okay? She's a very natural girl. She's very, very pretty. Her skin is absolutely beautiful. She came over and I really thought maybe we would use House Labs, or I thought maybe we would use Lancome or Makeup Forever. And we talked about it a little bit. She's like, you can use whatever you want. And I said, well, what do you feel prettiest at the end of the day? And what looks the prettiest on your skin? And she said, Seint. And I'm like, well, let's use Seint. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's use what we both love. I mean, it's my favorite makeup too. I don't put Seint in my pro kit because I just don't. Okay. I know I need to, but I don't. So she showed me her colors, and she had Candlelit, and she had, I believe, Athens. She said Athens goes orange on her. I said, Athens is not orange. Athens is very, very much very neutral. In fact, let me pop it out because this is what I want to talk to you about. Let me see. Is this? Oh, doggone it. Look what I just did. I hate that. I'm going to show you something today that I'm hoping is going to help you color match yourself with what you already have, or you can always reach out to me for a free color match. Okay, this is Athens. And you remember back when I was gray blending and I was going ashier and ashier blonde, Athens was like my #1 color. It was just so beautiful. To me, it was just really kind of neutral, but even right there, it looks a little yellow, doesn't it? Well, Liz said Athens looks really yellow on her. And I said, that's so weird because there's really not much yellow in there, but it kind of does look like yellow, doesn't it? It kind of does. So I said, Hazel's too dark. Hazel is, where's my Hazel? Hazel's right here. Hazel's right here. And if many of you have that kind of like more bricky tan color down on your chest, you're more pink down here. I like to put a lot of women in Hazel because there's more of a pink or brick tone in Hazel, more so than yellow. And so Hazel can be really great. It looks dark on the website, but right there, it's not that dark. It's really not. And you know, it goes on lighter than it really looks. And so Hazel is great if you have a lot of pink in your skin. Hazel's great for that. It's definitely for medium skin tone girls. She also had Candlelit, which is the color that I wear, and it actually was going quite yellow on her. And look, it looks pretty yellow there. Now, Candlelit is my perfect color. It's my absolute perfect color. I can wear it all year long, and the fact that I've been fading my face since May, my skin is lighter. Overall, I've lightened up, and I don't self-tan anymore because self-tanning just also self-tans sunspots and melasma. So Candlelit is my perfect color, but because I have a lighter neck, I sometimes put a little white peach, just a little bit. I have to be careful because if you go too light, you know what it shows? It shows facial hair, it shows pores, it shows texture. So we have to be really careful. So I tested some colors on Liz's chin or jawline, and sure enough, Candlelit was too yellow, Athens was too yellow, and so I said, well, do you have Palace? And you can see here how pink Palace is, or maybe even here it looks kind of peachy compared to all of these. But look right there, you can tell right there, Hazel does not have the yellow that a lot of these do, and then Palace stands out as being more pink than everything. And then Palace also looks a little peachy, so I would say it's kind of a peachy pink, but Palace can be too light. It can be too light for a lot of people. And I wanted her to be able to feel beautiful on her wedding day, and I knew Palace was too light. So here's what we did. Now I want to show you real quick, a quick video of the process and what we did, and it came out beautiful. And now she has a brand new Seint formula to wear on her face every day. She said it lasted really well. It creased a little bit through here, but she's like, no big deal. I just pat it out like you said, Michelle. I'm like, bingo. And this is also before we came out with the prep spray and our new setting spray. So if she gets that, I think she'll be good as gold. But I want you to see what we did, and then I'll come back and tell you how to do it at home for yourself. Okay, so here's beautiful Liz. You can see that her skin, especially down her neck, leans more pink, and she has ashy hair, and she was experiencing a little bit of redness around the nose. In fact, we had trouble getting makeup to stick, and it turns out she went to the doctor, and it's perioral. It's like a perioral dermatitis. So she's on some antibiotics. It's already improving, and I trust that by the wedding it will be gone. But it can be lengthy to get rid of, and it can be quite red, and it's really smooth and red in it. So makeup wasn't sticking, Demi wasn't sticking. So we just did our best. But I wanted you to see how she looked before, because now I'm going to show you what we did on her chin. Okay, so what we did is we swatched some Candlelit, which you can tell is right here. It's the very front one, and it went quite yellow on her. I was really surprised. And then I thought, well, let's try White Peach, because remember, I'm also looking at the neck. And so I did White Peach, and it was better. But then I swatched Palace, and you can see it's the one closer to her ear. And if you look at her ear and you look at her neck and you look at all around it, you can tell Palace is really blending in. Even though I have it on thick and you can see it, you have to put it on pigmented so you can see it. So that's how I determined that she would be in the Palace family. The problem is Palace is a little bit too light for her, and it just wouldn't look natural to put Palace all over the face. So what we did is I did a little mixture, and I'm going to teach you how to do it. And then I wanted you to see the before and after. She is already gorgeous. She has the most incredible hair. And over here, Liz still looks like Liz. She felt really beautiful. This is her own lipstick she brought. It's called Magenta. It's like this soft red, pink, muted, really soft, so pretty on her. And it is from a company called House of Colors, because she had a color analysis done through a different company from me. You can see how beautiful her eyes are. Her cheeks, of course, are R5. No, VR5. I think we did VR5 on her, so it would stay more cool pink. And of course, that's disappointing because all the VR5 and R5 are gone. I'm praying to God that they bring them back. But you can tell everything about her is just soft and glowing and beautiful. And if you look at her neck and her face, she completely blends and looks natural. She's going to be wearing a black dress. And so I just think that it came out so well, and we were both really tickled about it. So everyone say, thank you, Liz, for letting us use your before and afters. Okay, so there's a couple ways we can go about it. Now, I know that Seint can be a little overwhelming to women coming from traditional makeup. It can seem a little overwhelming, so I'm going to show you two different ways to do it. But if you have any type of pink in your skin and Candlelit, if Candlelit and Athens are too yellow, you need Palace. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You need Palace. Someone like me, I look a little bit better in White Peach, because where's my color wheel? I need to do a whole color undertone. I'm going to do how to determine your undertone class, but that again is going to be private, just for my personal clients only. It's not going to be available for everyone. So I have peach undertone, and I just found that out recently, not only because of my seasonal color analysis that I had done with Carol Braley, but I took an updated skin tone course with Terry Tomlinson. She's someone who comes from the Hollywood industry like me. I trust her, and I just found when I went into Sephora or Ulta or even with Seint, I'm like, I'm confused. I'm a 30-year pro. I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Illustration. I've studied color theory, which is why Demi really spoke to me in the very beginning. And I'm getting so confused with the way companies are all labeling their foundations. And it turns out it's all backwards, and we'll get into that another time. But White Peach is best for me because I have a little bit more peach in my skin. And when I was younger in my 20s, I always picked foundations that had peach in them. And then I got away from that somehow. And it turns out peach is best for me. Dior has peach. Not many companies have peach. Dior has peach in their foundations and concealers, and they're perfect for my skin tone. So what I want to show you is you're going to need a big girl spatula, okay? And this can seem intimidating, but I'm going to put this link in the description. It's like $4.99 on Amazon. It's stainless steel. It will come with a little palette. I tried to find you just a spatula, but I do believe, do I have one in here? I'm pretty sure that it also came with some little type of spatula. Not a bad thing. Spatulas are always good to have, especially for like liquid makeup. But what we did was we took, let me see. I took, and I'm going to teach you how to do this, and it's going to seem intimidating, but I don't want it to be intimidating. So what I did is I took the little spatula and I scraped off a little bit of candle lit, okay? And I put that on the back of my hand. The back of your hand is warm, and it's going to help warm this up, okay? So there you go. There's candlelit, which was too yellow for her. Now I'm going to take a little bit of Palace. Now this is something that I have to do as a union makeup artist. I'm never allowed to put my brush into foundation, powder, concealer, put it on a client, and then go back to it, because that's cross-contamination. So in the makeup world of most professional makeup artists, but more specifically union makeup artists, because we will get fined if we are not totally hygienic about this, we always use spatulas. We always use little stainless steel trays. But for you at home, I'm telling you, the back of your hand is the best. And for Liz, I did the back of my hand because she trusts me and she knew I was clean. Okay, so right there we have 50% Palace, 50% candlelit. Okay, and then what we did is we took our good old-fashioned 3D brush, right? And I want you to really warm it up, warm it up, warm it up, warm it up. And then when you go onto the face, you have the perfect blend. And that's how we did it. And even she was shocked and surprised. Look, see, that's a little too light for me. Okay. And then you can always take a damp blender, whether it's Seint, whether it's Beauty Blender, whether it's the Cami Nguyen that I always use and talk about. And for some of you, like even on Liz, I went a little lighter on her jawline than I did on the rest of her face. Because if you put something too light over deeper skin, what's going to happen? You're going to see texture, okay? So I know that seems confusing. I know that seems even more intimidating, but look how pretty that color is. That's like the perfect neutral, because I mixed candlelit with Palace. Candlelit also deeper. It's deeper. It's more gold than Palace. And yeah, so it looks great. And I'm not even pink. I'm more peach. Well, I could be a little pink, I guess. I could do it. Another thing you can do if you're like, Michelle, that's too much. That's too much. I can't do it. It's too much. Okay, start with your main color. So let's say you're candlelit, or let's say you're Athens, and then get some on the brush, and then go into Palace, and then start blending. And you'll see, I mean, you'll see in the mirror if it's starting to blend. You're gonna see if it matches the neck, the chest. You'll see in a close-up magnification mirror, you know, if, oh, it's a little too light, let me blend that out. That looks darn good, y'all. That looks darn good. Probably because the candlelit mixed with the Palace almost becomes more like a peachy color. Okay, so you can do it that way. You could also take hazel. Let's say you love hazel, but it's just a little too deep for you. Same thing. You could take a little bit of hazel, because remember, hazel has that kind of reddish tone. It's not really golden. Okay, watch this. Hazel looks deep, doesn't it? And you're gonna take a little bit of Palace. I really feel almost everyone needs Palace. I really love Palace. And then you're gonna rub them together. And then look at this beautiful shade I just created. Oh my gosh, it made my hand look prettier. My hand has so much sun damage. Now we just created a more neutral, lighter hazel. The only thing you wouldn't mix Palace with is it doesn't make sense to really mix it with Sandy or June, because you're mixing pink and yellow. And yeah, you'll get neutral, but like that's too much work. So you would use Palace or White Peach, but let's stick to Palace. You would use Palace to add more pink to your lighter colors. You could even add more pink to amber, or you could add White Peach to amber. Amber has some beautiful peach in it. We love amber for girls that are maybe a little more freckly. Amber's great, but sometimes if it's too dark for the jawline, you could add White Peach. Again, Palace would be beautiful with Athens, beautiful with hazel, beautiful with candlelit, okay? So I realize that I'm speaking to Caucasian women here, but unfortunately, everything that is like mango, goddess, and darker starts going more orangey, and then we start getting into more reds, okay? So until we have a deeper color, because even cinnamon has a lot of orange in it, we really need something more red. But you could possibly take, like, let's say here's golden hour. See, pretty yellowy, orangey, and you could mix a little cinnamon in there, and now you've got more of a light reddish skin tone. It's one of those things you're gonna have to play with, but it's also one of those things that I'm not asking you to figure it out on your own. That's why I do free color matches. This is what I do. I sit and I look at every woman and I discern which color she's gonna be in. And because most people on the planet are not one shade, right? I think a couple people here that are all one shade is Joyce. Hi, Joyce. Joyce is probably, I think Joyce wears White Peach on her whole face. Joyce, let us know in comments if that's true, but I think Joyce can wear White Peach. Joyce did not sunbathe growing up. She's a little older than me, so I think her generation maybe just took better care of staying out of the sun. But I don't have many customers that can wear one color all over their whole face. Most of us need a second color. Some people even need a third color, okay? But that's what Demi's for. I really try to put most women in just 2 foundation shades, which is called highlights here at Seint, and then some Demi, okay? So I hope that helped. It's really pretty. It's very customizable. Everybody can use this really cool, where's my spatula? Everyone could use a really cool spatula in their life. It's great. I just keep it, I always keep it with, you know, all my makeup brushes. I have one in here and one in my pro kit. And I hope that was clear as mud. I hope that all made sense, because when I saw how beautiful Liz looked in person, remember, we're close-up club, right? We want to look pretty close up. We want to look blended. We want to look like we've matched our skin tone in person and not just on camera. I don't teach social media makeup. I want you to look and feel your best in person when you're up close with your family and friends, or even strangers. So I really think Palace is the one color most women need when they have some pink in their skin, or if they have that kind of pink down here. I really think that Palace is great for that. Or if every shade we make is just too yellow on you, that's how you know you need Palace. I really hope and pray that Seint comes out with some more pink and peach tones and lighter peach tones. We need more color. We even need more olive colors, because a lot of women who are olive have golden skin tone, but what does olive suggest? There's green in there. And these are orange. These are not green. So, you know, we need like a sandy. Do you see how sandy, here's sandy. Do you see how sandy has almost the hint of like green, June? We need colors that have a little hint of green, because then you can always warm up with a beautiful bronzer, but you need that true green olive skin tone. And we don't have that at Seint. And we also don't have many pinks. So let's hope. Let's hope. Let's hope and pray. And let's hope they bring back some of our beloved Demi on a final call. But like, I didn't even get the email that they were taking it off the website. They didn't talk about it at conference. Just, we all woke up one day and it was just gone. And they said, well, we've been telling you since February, it was final call and it was, you know, no returns on these colors. And I really thought they would do a big push for final call. So I shouldn't assume, you know what they say about assuming, right? Okay, you can always reach out to me for a free color match. I will put my free color match link also in the description of this video. I will put the spatula in the description of this video, and I will put my new loyalty link. Again, if you've been my customer for a long time or even signed up with me recently, you're safe. You'll always be my customer. This is more for new people coming from other artists. A lot of artists left Seint, and so you might be attached to someone that's not even with Seint, or you might look in your shopping cart and you're like, I don't know that name. Who is that? Well, whoever left Seint, you would have gone down to either the well, not the upline anymore because we're not doing MLM. You'd be just like with whoever was left in there, or maybe you become corporate. I don't know, but you need to see my name in your shopping cart to know that you're shopping with me, because I just don't have the time to help people who are customers of other artists. It's not fair to me and not fair to my customers and not fair to my time and not fair to my 30 years of expertise. So I only help my customers, okay? And then of course, don't forget we have the new shade of the month Spell, which is very, very pretty. But do you have something similar? Do you? I took them all off my wrist, but they're pretty similar to Philly, Sedona, Cocoa, Pomegranate, Eternal. It's all pretty similar, reddish browns. So you might not need it, but it is very pretty. Okay, hope that helps. I will be back Saturday for a very up close and personal video on how to do winged eyeliner. I'm asked about winged eyeliner on mature and hooded eyes every week of my life. And it's going to have to, I'm going to have to get real close to the camera and really zoom in so you can see exactly what to do. I did a slight video on it on Instagram, and women were like, yeah, we need a lengthier video of this because it was under a minute. So how much can you really learn in under a minute? So I will be back here and I will show you different ways to do a winged video on mature hooded eyes. Remember, I had hooded eyes, very hooded eyes before my upper bleft. So true, I don't have hooded eyes anymore, but I had hooded eyes my whole life. So I can teach you how to do a wing on mature hooded eyes, even though my eyes no longer hooded. Okay, I hope that helps. I love you. I'm so sorry if you are dealing with the aftermath of this hurricane. Just know our heart and prayers are with everyone. And if you can donate any money at all, a really safe organization is Samaritan's Purse. I used to work with them. I've done makeup on Franklin Graham. I've done makeup on Edward Graham, his son, who, by the way, looks like G.I. Joe. He was in the Rangers. So he's a real servant, you know. They are out there every day. They have hundreds of volunteers, and they are out in the community ripping out old carpet, carrying out furniture, feeding the community. Unfortunately, they're right now all just in Boone, and there's so many other cities that need help. So I know for a fact Samaritan's Purse puts their money where their mouth is. They were on the Forbes like top 100 charities where your money actually goes towards the principal and not all of the marketing, like Red Cross. Very little of your money when you give it to Red Cross goes to the actual purpose of donating to Red Cross. So much of it goes to marketing and the CEO and Don't even get me started on Red Cross, okay? So I will see you on Saturday. God loves you. I love you. And please let us know how we can pray for you specifically in comments if you are in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. We're so sorry. It just breaks my heart every day. It's just sickening. I'm so sorry. See you soon. Bye for now.